Welcome to episode 20 of the Aftermath podcast. Number 20, guys. We made it. And we got the camera on this time.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I can't believe we actually got this one going. Anyway,
I'm trying not to check myself out. The remote view we have here.
People will be fantasizing about our sexy voices.
Yeah.
Look at the video and it's like, what the fuck?
Anyways, I'm going to be your host this evening, but it looks like I've been done over by you guys.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm Osama, and as always, joined by John.
My name John.
And across John we have Oakso. And then Paolo, who...
Me, Paolo, aka Swaggy P.
Yeah, me Paolo.
Who lets us record every week using his venue. Which, always grateful for.
So good. You guys can pay
we're not in this venue, we're in some random place.
This venue is nowhere.
Hey, well, it is what it is.
No one knows where his venue is.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah, you see?
Just don't look at the IP address.
This is very.
Why are you telling them?
Anyway, this episode is mostly us talking about our travel experiences. So, some of us have been traveling together, both in and outside of Australia. And after that, I might go into some of my critiques on Netflix, like what I like about them, what I don't like about them.
Sure.
And other like streaming services in Australia.
And Moon Knight as well.
Yeah.
And do you want to talk? Yeah.
So I think Oakso was really eager to start talking about Japan. He might say some bad stuff about me.
The story better not be mid now.
I'm expecting high quality shit.
This is one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
The best thing ever happened to you?
This is the best story that I can ever tell.
Oh, okay.
Someone knows about it a little bit, but
Okay.
I haven't told him.
I know a lot of stories from we had in Japan. All I get is 90% of that shit was troll as fuck.
It is. But so basically, right, I was with me, Sama, and like one of our other mates, Glenn. We were staying at a hostel.
Yeah.
What was it called again?
Which
It was like a capsule hostel, like
Capsule Hotel.
it was something like
the first one we were in?
the first one we were in.
Yeah, I can't remember where. Some place that started with an N.
Yeah. It's a really
Oh wow. Okay.
it's a really good hostel though. But anyway,
It was in Paris.
so one night we came back from like a temple, right?
Yeah, okay.
After we're like
Dude, you go to the temple?
exploring, yeah.
Oh, just to check
To the
like-
shrine to have a look
Okay.
and stuff, take photos and shit.
Oh, cool.
And so I decided to. It was like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. I don't know. It was very late.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna go have a shower, right? So I went into the shower, and like in Japan, like the showers, they're like little capsule kind of size.
Yeah,
right.
It's very tiny.
Cubicles, yeah. And they're like connected to one another, and it's just like a
Oh, I know where this is going.
This is like
I know
a
the story.
prefabricated little blocks like next to each other.
Yeah.
So they're like very small and compact, right?
Right.
So I went in there, and then I saw that the other cubicle next to it
Yeah.
was occupied. So I just went in, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. And when I walked in, I heard nothing. Right? I just started showering and stuff. Put soap on, put some what do you call that?
I could just imagine him like No homo. Okay, continue.
I was in the middle of putting my shower gel on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the cubicle started shaking. I was like, wait, what the fuck? And you know how Japan's like infamous for
It was lizard.
Hey man, that's me, man. Now you know who the mean guy looks like.
Fuck lizard. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Anyways, so it started shaking. So I thought it was an earthquake. Japan is infamous for earthquakes.
Yeah, for real.
So I was like, holy shit! I was actually genuinely getting scared because I had like soap on my hair and shit. And then
That's why you were scared.
yeah.
Okay.
And then like 5 seconds in, I started hearing like. I started like hearing like a full-on orgasm, like two people next door were like actually doing the deed.
That is just exactly how I come back to this hostel.
I don't know. I'll tell you later.
Shit.
But anyways,
Top secret. We
I
don't want to get
name
it.
drop. I don't want to name drop. But
So you were technically in a threesome then, if you think
that
about
was a
it.
war between.
Yeah, but you said it's so thin, right?
Honestly,
And you're right.
I thought this was gonna be another dookie story.
That's last episode.
Last episode. Check it out if you haven't already.
They went to. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was just a different
What-
level.
what happened after
Continue,
that?
Sorry.
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck? What do I do now? And because I'm pretty sure they can hear me as well, because the walls were so thin,
Did you say anything?
and I could hear like everything. No, I didn't say anything. I was just standing there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, why didn't you just finish your thing and go back where you came
Yeah,
from?
I felt so awkward, so I was just standing there like pretending like. You know.
You should be like, excuse me, you can't.
Also just takes his phone out and starts recording. It's like shit.
I didn't think about that.
Oh,
No, so I can show Osama because he doesn't believe me. Like he usually doesn't believe me when I tell him stories. So I was like,
You're all full of cap.
Yeah, you
No,
are, you
no, this
are
for real,
Captain
though.
Cap for real. Nah, I believe this story though, because
And
after what I experienced in Japan, anything is possible. Were they white?
huh?
Were they white?
No, well, like
I know for
Wait,
a
did
fact.
you see what
Let
they
me
look
let me.
I know
finish-
for a
okay,
fact
okay,
you,
Let me
you
finish
saw what
this
they
up,
look like. Okay,
Let
sorry.
me finish it. So I was like, oh fuck, what do I do? So I like quietly like walked out, and then I washed my hand on the basin instead, like
Yeah.
the toilet. And then I like walked away, and then I told Osama, and I was like, yo, guess what happened? And then he was like, oh okay. He didn't even care. Like,
He didn't give a
What
shit.
was your reaction? He was just like.
He's like, that happens to me every week.
Someone's just like, nah, you're right, bro.
It's just- I'll
no,
bust it already.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Oh wow.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe he is full of cap.
Nah, I remember telling you the story.
I told Glenn as well, and
If you're living in a hostel, it's bound to happen,
yeah,
like 100%.
and so
I don't know. I was like always tired in the hostel and stuff.
I was curious though. I was very curious who it was. I was walking like around in the aisle for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they came out, and it was like the guy actually looks like your brother Gio. What the fuck?
You telling me Indian man was
It's not
that?
him, but
Shit.
it looks like him. But yeah,
Nah, I know it wasn't him because I was with him the whole time. Bro, having that trip with Gio was the funniest shit, bro.
yeah. and
Because
then-
we kept getting lost in the train system
Yeah.
in Tokyo because it's so complicated.
Yeah.
And he would take the frustration out of me.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Just follow Google Maps like a
Yeah.
normal person.
Yeah.
One day he got so angry, he pushed his girl over because he didn't see her because he was so angry at me. And I was like, what the fuck?
For
But
those, for those who don't know, Gio is John's older brother.
yeah,
He's
he's a very,
responsibility there.
yeah, he's with great power comes great responsibility as one great superhero.
gonna be a
said.
dad.
But it was so hot though. nah. But it was so hot though. You remember how humid it was? Dude. It was so humid, like my undies were like full of sweat.
We don't even
and
know that.
I was like sitting down on the seat. Remember we waited for the train for like till
Yeah.
like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
we
was
did.
so fucking humid, bro. Holy
Humid
shit.
than right now in like
Dude,
it's
you
a
think
different kind of
Brisbane,
warm, yeah.
but like 5 times worse. Like
It's like, yeah.
5 times worse.
5 times worse.
5
The
times.
humidity makes it like you're being in a swimming pool. It's probably similar to the Philippines.
Yeah.
If you've been to the
Yeah,
Philippines
in
in
the
summer, yeah.
Philippines, if you sweat, it sticks. It doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
evaporate.
Yeah,
It's
Similar to
just
that.
Mm.
But this is like heat as well. It's like no shade or anything because everything is just skyscraper after skyscraper.
Yeah.
So it's a bit hard to like get any shade.
Yeah.
And every time we go in, I was literally just going into buildings because it was cold in there. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no other
that's
reason
true.
for me to go in.
Yeah.
Dude, even night it was so hot too,
It
bro.
was hot.
But-
Japan in summer, like, don't do it.
Bro,
I know it's like July, but like,
that's
don't.
just fuck.
It's better if you go in December. Right?
No, I went during February as well, which was pretty cold. And it was just about to start like blooming, the sakura season. Because I went to the temple and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so cold, bro. But I would have preferred that than the humidity, man. I just don't like humid shit. Because, you know, when it's winter time, that's when you can bring out the drip. You know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
don't like
That's
feeling
true.
sticky, man. Have you guys been to Singapore?
Yeah.
Same
So
thing there,
sticky.
man. I went there in it was the Universal Studio, right? And this was back in the day when I was like 94 kilos. So I stepped out of the airport, a pool came out of me, I swear. I had to bring like 3 pairs of like shirts just to keep changing because I was carrying all the bags and stuff. And I was like, wow.
Why are you carrying all the bags and shit?
Because it was
too?
my mom and my sister. I was just like,
Oh, okay.
94 kilos of muscle.
no.
How does that go? Like, when you travel with your mom or your parents, like, just your mom by herself or your sister by herself,
Yeah.
I always get into fights like with my mom and my brothers. Yeah.
Honestly, with my sister, it's fine.
Yeah.
My dad literally has to have a sit down with me before we head off because usually he just chills in
Yeah.
here in Australia, right? And he's just like, look, when mom gets stressed, just take it, just like don't argue with her. And I'm like, all right, because I cannot, like, growing up now especially, I totally understand like some women, man, I'll go say. I'm kidding.
Stress is just unbelievable, bro. Cause like sometimes we will leave the airport, like we will leave to the airport like 5 hours before, and the fact is my house is like quite close to the airport. And even when we went overseas, like to India and shit, like the airport would be pretty close to our houses and stuff.
Right.
But we would just go like 5 hours early for no reason.
Oh, dude, same, because they don't not want to miss a
They don't want to miss
like,
the flight.
check-in,
What
like.
the fuck, man? But the thing is, like, there's online check-in and shit now. So
but they still want that paper, like
the
they
paper,
want the fine print.
the physical.
You know, when I was a kid, I think I was like 3 or 4. Like the Philippines is actually renowned for having the worst airport or one of the worst airports at the time, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of people like kidnapping kids and stuff.
Oh, really?
And stuff like that. And then even in your luggages, like you have to tape it up because they
Right.
put like weapons and drugs and stuff
Yeah,
in it.
right.
So my mom didn't want to take any chances, and she bought a dog leash and just put it on me.
Oh, really?
Just so I don't run away.
What?
Not a dog leash. It was like
You said dog leash.
actually, it was a dog leash, yeah. And at the time I was just like, oh, haha, this is funny. And I was and I'm just like,
Training the ways of
That's how
BDSM.
dangerous it is.
I think she just went overboard, man. It didn't go that bad.
No, but I would, if it's Philippines and stuff, that would make sense, bro.
Isn't this like one of the most dangerous countries for reporters? Because that was like something that I want to get into politics. This is politics free zone.
Is it? Because I don't know. John wanted to talk a
Maybe
bit
later
about.
on when we talk about.
You wanted to talk
China.
about. You were gonna say
Do
something
you,
about.
do you guys have any more like experiences with hostels and stuff? Any more
I don't have
stories?
experience. I said this already in the previous episode about my experience with hostels.
Yeah.
But I have experience with hostiles in foreign countries, especially with the Oxford Sama. It's real
Let's get Sama to explain his side of the story.
Okay,
For
let's
the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch.
That's actually a pretty epic story. Oh no, I know what they're talking about. Look, basically, so we were in Japan in 2018. That's the same year that the Nintendo Switch released.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch in Australia is mad expensive.
No.
And yeah, it was like $460, right? $469.
Continue.
For me, that was mad expensive. And in Japan,
How much
I
is
saw it was like $300. 300
So
Aussie
$400.
bucks. That's a steal. It's like, I'm gonna get it while I'm here. And this was when we were in Osaka, which was, one of the. I bought it right at the end of our stay in Osaka before we went back to Tokyo for our last accommodation.
Yeah.
We needed to pay at the counter for our last accommodation, and we had to wait an hour for me to transfer some funds because with the Nintendo Switch I basically used up all the money that I thought I had, but
Plus mine. He borrowed some money from me, which I had saved up for the hostel. But basically, right? No, go on. I'll let you finish.
when I got back,
I mean, like a rap battle, bro. Destroying bunny rabbits coming out.
I did budget accordingly. Right? I didn't actually.
Nah,
I did. 'Cause when I got back,
Nintendo Switch.
no, I did. Because when I got back, I actually had the money for the hotel. I found it in the bag.
So we basically got stranded on the streets of Tokyo for nothing.
You go through the motions, alright?
Look, you went almost homeless in Tokyo.
It was 1 hour, and it was nice. We were walking around.
Also was probably stressed the fuck out.
No, it's fine. We all saw it. I was fine. I was
You guys
fine.
came to the hostel, hey. Did you guys come to...
No, that was a different day.
It was a different day? Oh, okay. Because you guys were just chilling with us for like the whole day, I remember, until the
It
next
was
day.
fine. We gotta relax. We gotta chill for a bit. You know what I'm saying? Checking in, checking out. Just wait.
Wait, what
just
about
relax.
like your funds for food and stuff? Were you guys a bit short in that as well?
No,
Because me and Tazu, we picked up Oxo at the airport. I've never seen this guy so skinny, man. I was like, bro, you want to go to McDonald's real quick before you go?
I think it's because you had to walk everywhere. That's probably why.
really have
Yeah, you had to walk
Okay,
everywhere.
let's talk about the time we went clubbing in Shibuya.
Shit.
So basically, me, I'm just gonna say.
Let's go.
Sama,
No.
John.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
And there was the.
Talk about you guys. Don't talk about me.
The other guy, the New Zealander dude. We don't want to say his name.
We'll call him Sammy for the purpose of the podcast.
This guy is like the biggest capper I've seen in my life, bro.
He's watching the podcast
Does he have
now.
him on Instagram?
Bro. Nah, not anymore. He was
I
like.
have him on Instagram.
Daddy's gonna check your shit, bro. Troll.
It was an amazing guy.
But anyway, he was.
Don't acknowledge us.
He was just capping left, right, and center. Like, look, this is me and my brother, right?
Yeah.
This is the first 5 minutes you meet this guy. He's straight up. This is like, you know, this is like Biggest Loser level fatness. You know what I'm saying? And he just tells us, he's just like, yeah. I'll fuck this chick in the airplane, you know what I'm saying? And me and my brother like, what the fuck? What are we supposed to do, cut? Why do we give a shit, bro? Just so random, bro.
Yeah,
and he's just like, he's talking about all these girls and stuff, and we're just like, alright, that's cool. That's when I realized like this guy's hella insecure and shit.
Right.
No,
And I
he's
was
just
like-
having a good time, you know?
I wasn't having a good time.
Finally, guys do that. It's
Yeah, it's
always
just-
the case.
it's
man.
just always the case, like-
Because he told me when we were like.
Why did he tell
at
you?
Akihabara.
See, he just
No. He told me that he was in a gang. He was like, oh, I used to get in knife fights and stuff. I was like, what?
Wait, how did that conversation come up though? Like,
We're talking about like Gundams and stuff, and then
he
somehow we're talking about mixed martial
Bro,
arts.
oh, okay.
This dude like the biggest nerd I've seen in my life, bro. He like shit.
He was buying figures and stuff.
Huh?
Buying figures.
Dude,
like
he
One
has like
Piece
a whole
figures.
case just
Yeah.
not there's anything against it. It's just that, and then he caps this much,
Yeah.
and it's just like, is there something wrong in this picture, you know? And I can't figure out what it is.
He's having a good time, you know?
It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
He was
fun until we
Yeah,
were
good-
like crazy
good
against
vibes,
those
you know.
girls that you were talking about.
I think you would have liked him.
Yeah,
Nah.
it was a lit time though, because I was anyway, I'm the kind who's organizing all this shit anyway. Like, so we found out a few clubs in Tokyo,
Yeah.
and I saw Sushi Boys because I happened to go to Uniqlo.
Yeah.
You know the island, what's it called? The place with the roller coaster in Tokyo, the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah.
You know Tokyo Dome, right? Yeah. So if you don't know Tokyo Dome, those people who watch anime, if you know Baki, all the fights appear in Tokyo Dome. So that's the place we went.
Right.
And me and my brother, and we were just like, you know, we were like fanboying and shit. But anyway, I saw Sushi Boys on one of the Uniqlo collabs, and I was like, shit. And I looked it up online, and just like, yeah, let's hit it up. Bro, the clubs in Tokyo, they're so expensive, though.
There was
how much was it?
It was
Australian dollar.
$40 to enter.
Oh really?
Yeah.
$40
See, you didn't know
I
that.
didn't even realize.
Yeah, I was like budgeting everything,
I
bro. Like,
thought John was scamming me for a second. I was like, $40.
no. It was $40.
But like the drinks at the clubs and stuff,
Oh, they're
very cheap.
we don't drink at the club. We get one drink at the club, but we usually go outside 7-Eleven,
Oh,
and
okay.
they're really cheap. So you can get like a 10% drink.
But are you still able to drink at the club though? Like,
Yeah, you can still drink at the club and
Club
shit. Yeah, it's fine. The clubs are lit. Like, clubs are different because there's like different sections, and there's like a different genre of music playing at the same time.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there's like a live concert happening as well.
nice.
And everyone is like in a good vibe because when Japanese people usually get drunk, they're pretty chill.
Right. When we got to the club, there's a one like middle-aged guy at the front, kind of like just dancing.
Okay.
By the time we were like, you know, settled in the club, the whole place was like,
Dude.
it was crazy, man.
It was like so Japanese.
I feel like we like brought the levels
I
up.
think so.
Yeah, definitely. Because like everyone was kind of like awkward just except for one guy.
We were hype as fuck.
Yeah, and you got like this b-boy girl, like breakdance girl.
Breakdance girl.
Like there was just like dancing with John and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
So it was like
that,
the-
like,
I
tomboy
must have been
chick.
too drunk.
It's like a tomboy chick. She was like dancing like.
Yeah, I thought there was another dude. I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's get lit. What the fuck? Nah, it was lit because everyone is having a good time as well. I think we just brought the energy up probably.
Because Japanese people are like more conservative. And during when we were like there, maybe it was like the beginning of the night, I don't know. But like everyone was just like kind of low key, and they didn't really want to dance because they're like a bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then the people on the stage were like hyping like everyone up.
Yeah.
But until we started jumping and shit, like everyone started like joining.
We still sang all the lyrics. We didn't
We
know
didn't
that.
give a fuck. We didn't give a fuck. We didn't understand the lyrics. It was just like you know the duck song? That's all I knew.
The duck song.
The duck song.
I don't remember
There was like some
anything.
duck. There was some duck song, and I was like, yeah, duck. And we were just jumping around, bro.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we didn't give a fuck because we were just going to be there for like a week, and we bounced.
That's true.
So
That's true.
it's
That's good.
literally what do you say? You only live once.
You only live
Yeah,
once.
YOLO, bro.
After that night, me and Osama, we had so much fun, right? And then we wanted to come back. We wanted to come back and to Shibuya.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do another
At
night.
the time, we were staying in was it Osaka?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we took the train to Osaka, but then Osama wanted to see Diaz and Nara.
Yeah.
So we went all the way to Nara, and then we went from Nara back to Osaka to pick up our stuff. And then from Osaka we went to Tokyo, and from Tokyo we went straight to is it Hokkaido?
Yeah.
Hokkaido.
No, Hakone.
Hakone.
Yeah.
Kone.
Within the span of like 1 day.
Yeah.
And we didn't sleep at all whatsoever.
We used like the bullet train like 4 times in one
Oh
day.
my god. Make most of it then.
Yeah, the passes. Yeah, we definitely made most of the pass.
Yeah.
The bullet train pass.
Dude, and then when we got to the Hakone station, the hostel was for some reason on top of a bloody mountain, and we had to climb the bloody mountain to get to our hostel.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
what
so
the-
tired, man.
Why is the hostel on top of a mountain?
Oh,
Is it the views or?
it's the views, yeah.
Yeah.
We chose
Oh,
the views.
It was like more like traditional like
Yeah.
tatami mat with the sliding doors.
Was it more?
Yeah.
Damn, I just want to.
No, that one was cheap.
It's pretty lit. Like
I
for
don't
me,
know. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be able to go to Japan though.
like we
Oh.
could probably go like I don't know end of this year or like
I don't know with the COVID situation, man.
maybe next year. But by the time we're all like vaccinated and had booster shots and shit, we should be fine. But I would highly recommend going there because it's such a. I think
You're coming with us.
Huh?
Why you recommend?
I'm not going to South Korea though. No, I'm kidding. I'm keen to go to Tokyo again
Yeah, yeah.
because that's the only place I really like. Because I was looking at the travel vlogs for the other countrysides and shit.
Yeah.
But I never had as much fun in Tokyo. Tokyo was so fun, bro. Because it's just my vibe, you know, like the city vibe. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. It's 24
Your boys
hours.
up.
I really liked Kyoto, but we didn't spend long there. We didn't get to go to the Edo
That's with the
palace.
castle,
Yeah.
palace, yeah.
But
Did it? I
It was
think I
nice.
went to the. Is it the Imperial Palace?
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that? I think I went there. I'm pretty sure I went to the Imperial Palace.
Don't remember.
Oh, we
Because
didn't.
that's where all the fake bonsai trees are, right? Like,
I
We
don't
didn't go
know.
inside.
Yeah, we didn't
so
go
we
inside.
don't know.
I mean, I didn't go inside. I was just like walking around. I don't think anyone can go.
Kyoto's a nice place though. We were on the bus, like
Yeah.
going through it.
That's true. That's true.
I went to Hakone in a bus though. Hakone was so beautiful, bro.
Oh, we did go on.
yeah. Hakone was
Yeah.
like.
Oh wait, and then I ran out of money there, and then I had to ask you guys for money. You and
I don't remember that.
Glenn asked for coins to pay for the bus. We were going down this mountain, and because it's like still left over from the Switch, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, right.
yeah. We were coming down the
This
mountain.
guy-
Did you just
Switch,
buy the
bro.
Nintendo Switch or did you buy a game with it as well?
No, just the Switch, because there were no games, so I don't want it at the time.
My God.
I was prepping for Smash Bros. Man.
Right.
Yeah.
But I had to get it because I wasn't gonna.
But
Yeah.
let's not forget when we were in Shibuya after clubbing, we spent 4 hours looking for a McDonald's, bro. So. Look, let me set this up, alright? We're in Tokyo, where there's plenty of like different cultures, different foods. Like you can eat ramen, you can eat this, you can eat that.
It was
I don't eat pork though. I
It
can't
was-
eat pork. though.
Even after 12. Even after 12,
Yeah.
it's fine. You can get the seafood ramen, bro. This motherfucker, man, he's so specific. It's like, I want
Wow, wait.
McDonald's.
Half of those hours we're looking for Hooters.
No.
The stuff you sent me wanted Hooters, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The
Who do you think
the big.
looking for Hooters, man?
No, I didn't give a fuck about Hooters, bro. What do you mean? I literally just wanted to eat something, you know, because I was just hungry.
Take one
I don't
more
want to
tea.
sit.
Hooters. Wait, what are you eating at Hooters?
Burgers.
It would probably be like chicken wings or some shit at that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't really give a fuck where we're going because I thought we had like a pretty lit night, so I was just like,
Sure,
ah, whatever.
sure, right.
I could go the next day for Hooters.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You
You
wanna-
know I'm going?
Nah,
Oh,
I never do Hooters. Actually, I didn't even go the second time.
Do we have a
in Japan.
Hooters here in Australia?
we don't.
Yeah, you're so quick to answer that.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Not even,
No.
I don't know about the Eastern States. I don't know about the
Yeah.
Eastern States.
But what's the big thing about Hooters though? It's just like chicks and skimpy dresses. So you can find that at any bar.
Oh, you
Just
were
answered your
I didn't-
question.
I
I
didn't
think
think
I
I
was one in the Philippines.
There's skimpy bars everywhere in like Perth and
Right,
shit.
right.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I don't know, it's
Wait.
American culture.
Really?
Yeah, even the tavern right here, like the tavern in Great Eastern Highway. There's one in Red Cliff as well. I mean, shit, what am I saying? Let's bleep that shit out. Let's bleep that shit out. Nah, let's
Great Eastern Highway is really long, bro. Don't worry about it.
I feel like I skip
Did you see the hand signal there? With Philo?
Like-
It seems like there's something happening here.
Okay.
Never mind, anyways. Did you go to Sydney?
I was just gonna say, man, you guys got me so jealous, man. Like,
Okay.
so my accommodation in Sydney, so it was for a network marketing event, which is disguised as a pyramid scheme. At the time, that would be for another episode, that whole pyramid scheme thing. However, with that being said, like I brought my friend with me, JM, who at the time was 17.
Shout out to the Stinker Boys. Follow them on their Instagram.
Shout out to us. Anyways, yeah, and then I called the accommodation up. It was at a hostel, right? And I was just like, look, I've got like basically like my little brother with me. Is it okay that we can stay there? Because I know under 18 sometimes they don't allow you.
Okay.
And like, yeah, that's all good. And then I booked it, and then we catch the flight. We get there like 1 a.m. because it was delayed. Shit. And then we get to the accommodation, and they're just like, oh, ID, and just like, oh, he's 17. And then they're just like, oh no, he can't come in. And I'm like, sorry, like.
Wait, into the hostel? Or like
yeah, because they had to be 18. And then it was just like, you guys can't stay here.
No, you need to be 18 to like sign any contract.
Correct, but I called them to confirm if it was okay. And I told him he was young. And then they were just like, no. And I was like, no, I confirmed over the phone. And then it was just like, you can't stay here. And then I was just like, we literally just came from Perth. It's 2 a.m. We have nowhere to stay. Like,
what are we gonna do?
Yeah. And then she's like, let me talk to my manager. And I'm just like,
you better fucking talk to your
manager. And they were just like, yeah, you can stay here for like one night, and then you're gonna have to find a new place the next day.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. And then we go up, and then like the lock doesn't even work on the door.
Oh, really?
And it was like, it was just the nastiest. I looked at the shower as well, bro.
It was dodgy, yeah.
It was dodgy. It was like someone, they were like pee in there as well, man. Oh. And I was just like, oh my god. And then I looked at JM, and JM looked like he wanted to cry. And I was like, don't worry, man, it's gonna be lit. Look, I'll go find something next morning. And then we were with these other two girls at the time as well, and they hated their place, so we find them a new accommodation as well. This is all like 3 a.m.
3 a.m. you're organizing.
Sydney city as well, so we were just walking around.
It would be expensive too, right? Like how much is it?
Honestly, I think it was like $80 for the one night we were there.
Okay, that probably explains the shower and shit.
Dude, like I would never say the hostel in Australia, man.
No, it's bad. I would never do that again. Yeah. The next day, and then we were at Macca's, we were eating my filet of fish. Next day though, we slept there, and then like before the meeting or the
the pyramid scheme.
Yeah, that's you know that like conference, and they get everyone hyped up and stuff. Yeah, before that, I woke up 6 a.m. and then we looked for a new accommodation. We found this other place, and it was much nicer.
Yeah.
And we had this other mate with us as well. It was like 4 bunk beds, and then there was this guy that came in, and he was just like, he was creepy, bro. Like,
the girls and stuff.
No, it was a dude, right? And I was getting changed and stuff, and he was just like, oh, do you like work out and stuff? And I'm like, oh, like I play basketball here and there. And he's like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I'm like taking off my shirt and stuff, and he's like lying down. And then like I look back just to see if he was looking, and then his eyes was like wide open, and then he quickly closed it when he saw me turn.
What the fuck?
And I'm just
maybe he was looking and he felt awkward, and he was like, oh fuck, sorry.
Nah, bro, he was asking us like weird questions. It was so sus. Damn. I locked like all our luggages and stuff, and I was just like, bro, this is sus, man.
Oh, this was like a hostel, so there was like a random dude. Yeah. Oh fuck that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, this creepy like kind of white dude, man.
Yeah, right.
Fuck me.
And then me and Jane were just looking at each other, and we were just like, nah, bro, nah.
That's funny.
The bathroom situation was a lot nicer, and there was like kind of a nice little lobby area.
So you went to another hostel.
Yeah, we ended up going to another one, but for some reason, like this one here accepted like under 18-year-olds.
They probably have runways and shit.
For my hostels, I've had like anyways, I have my own experience. It's not dodgy, but it's experience at a hostel before. So I went to China, and it was like one of the best trips I've ever had in my life, right?
China?
Being a cheapskate, I was trying to find the most affordable hostel.
I mean, you're in China,
and then I I had a look, and then there was this like house that looked so nice. And then when I got there, it was literally just like this like it was a lot worse. Let's just say it was a lot worse than like the pictures.
It's basically The Grudge. The room in The Grudge.
I went to the room, and there was like this like other like European guy with this girl. I think they're like maybe they're having something special there. Maybe they thought they'll have the room for the night.
Why are you always in those situations?
I don't know. Anyways, I walked in and then I like got into my bed, but then I realized that my bed was just like a piece of wood with a blanket on it.
Yeah.
And it was like a very thin blanket, so I had to like sleep on that the whole night. It was so uncomfortable. Anyways,
how much was it though? Like,
I was like
so cheap.
$10 a night.
Oh,
So
okay.
Then can't complain.
That's on you guys.
Fuck up.
Anyway.
$10 a night. I was so uncomfortable on my mattress.
No,
first
it
world
looked
problems.
good on the photo. It looked like it had actually.
You got catfished by
pretty much.
that happened to me. That's okay.
And then like the guy that was there, like this European guy,
Yeah.
he didn't leave his room like the whole kind of trip. Like I was there the whole time I was there at the hostel. He was just in that room.
Maybe as soon as you left, he left.
Maybe, but anyways, he and this girl,
Yeah.
like on my first night, right? I was like trying to sleep. They kept like giggling and like talking and shit. And then like I was like, what the fuck? Am I gonna get like robbed or something? And then they started zipping and unzipping shit. I don't know what it was happening, but then I was just like, I had like a stick in my hand. I was like ready to fight. I put my passport in my pillow and shit.
Wait, which
I
stick?
want my money.
Stick in my hand. I was ready to do sword fight.
No, it was an actual stick I found.
Oh, additional stick to join.
Sorry, continue.
I was just like trying to like fall asleep, and I couldn't fall
I
asleep.
think you're just
until,
getting
like, 2
paranoid,
a.m.
yeah.
I was very paranoid.
Why would you get paranoid? You should just be like, what's so funny? Let me join.
Nah, bro. I thought I was gonna get like robbed or mobbed. I don't know.
Well, how old was the European guy? Was he like?
No, he was like a teenager. So.
What the fuck?
No, but he was like
Oh,
17,
kids,
18.
man. The kids, man. Of course they're gonna
And
giggle.
was the girl a European as well?
Yeah,
or?
she was.
Shit. Damn. That young and in like fucking China and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
What about doing my life? That was pretty lit. They're probably backpackers or some shit.
Yeah,
to be
like,
honest.
maybe, yeah. But it was good. It was
Where were you in China? Like,
I was in Harbin. It's like
Shit.
this. It's this city that like goes like minus like 10 degrees in winter, and then it goes like 35
Minus
degrees
10
in
degrees
summer.
Celsius?
Yeah.
Wait, why am I asking that?
Fahrenheit.
Below freezing point.
So did you have like snow and shit?
Then I went during summer, which was like 35 degrees, super humid.
He just wanted to flex that he could have been in those
I
conditions.
should have been in summer. Could have froze to death.
Yeah.
Shit.
People get frostbite. Yeah.
It's right, man. You got your stick. Good.
No, it's famous for like snow, like castles, like snow castle, ice
okay.
castles or something. Yeah.
Ice castles? Fuck.
They have like this ice castle festival. Just look it up. Harbin Ice Castle Festival. Where
Yeah.
it's, like build like.
What? So you went there
Castles using
to
ice.
you went there to like look at the architecture and shit, right?
Yeah, because it was a city that had like trading ties to Russia. So there was a lot of Russians like there previously, and still there.
So
there's still a lot of
expats just
Russians.
like living around and shit.
Like back in the days as well, like a long time ago. So
Oh,
there was
okay.
like a lot of like Russian Baroque architecture, which we went to learn. as part of
Shit.
our course.
Russian Baroque, is it very like aggressive, like the way they build it? Like in the sense like the way it looks?
Well, it's like, do you know like those Hindi temples and stuff? How
Yeah,
they have,
yeah,
like
yeah.
courts and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very similar to that.
So it's
like
like very intricate, like
yeah, like ornamentations and
what
No.
what ornamentations would they have? Like is it like
so
Chinese based or like
No, it's like Russian inspired.
shit?
It's like the architecture is very interesting.
Did you meet any Russians who speak Chinese?
No, what do you mean?
Because they lived in
I
China
didn't-
so long, like I thought they because he
Oh,
said
no.
from a long time.
Oh,
ago.
one of my mates then went on a Tinder date with a Russian girl, and then he thought he was going to get robbed. That's a story for another day. That was so
Okay,
funny.
okay.
Wait, we also have a mutual friend
Who?
who was dating a Russian girl, wasn't? Oh wait, or was that a German girl?
That was a German. That's ages ago.
That was a while ago.
Is
Yeah.
this the Yu-Gi-Oh friend of ours?
He has
He's the
certain
Kaibo.
insecto
to
deck
my Yu-Gi-Oh.
affiliations.
Oh.
No, it's just
You know who you are.
You are what you are. I know you are what you are. Shit, what the fuck am I saying, bro? Shit, China kind of scary though, bro.
It's
I'll
good.
be
Why?
scared to go
What's
there.
going
It's
on
not
with China
scary.
right now?
It's fun.
China is great.
John Cena. He's wearing red as well. You can't see me.
Bro.
China Kingdom. Calvin Klein.
Fucking next minute our podcast gets hacked by the Chinese government. Bro, I see like the shit that.
We're not gonna get political here.
Look. We gotta talk about this. China
What's
is
going on
fucked
right
up.
now?
So we're not gonna talk about this.
Sheesh, nah, okay, we'll not talk about it.
It depends on what you wait.
You'll talk
What do
about
you-
it.
They messed up. Wait. Okay. They messed up because they want to go to war and stuff.
I was just gonna say, we didn't have to talk. We can talk about like how much influence the CCP has on Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
For example, we can go as back far as like for the superhero community. You can go like how they changed the Doctor Strange movie, like in sense the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Because Sorcerer Supreme in the comics used to be Tibetan, and Tibet and China have like a big conflict.
Right.
In a sense, a territorial conflict.
Yeah.
Just like Japan and China have over that island. And they changed the character from a Tibetan monk to a white person. Just to appease the CCP censors. And then there was the other one as
There's
well.
money there, right?
Huh? Yeah, there is money there,
So,
but the funny thing is like it's not as much money as you think there is.
Right.
Because if the government wants, they can censor the whole movie, or they can say the movie's trash. And that's what they did with the Mulan movie. That's what happened in the Mulan movie because they had
Did you see the Mulan movie?
I saw the Mulan movie.
Was it trash?
Bro,
It was bad.
it was like it's first of all the editing was really bad.
Yeah.
Like this little nuances just get me.
Yeah.
And then I came into the movie with the bad thoughts as well.
Yeah.
Because I heard about the main actress in the movie.
Yeah.
She actually there's a whole situation with the Uyghur population in China because there's a certain sect of Muslims in China because China's like along the Silk Road and shit.
Yeah.
So obviously there will be like different sects of cultures.
Yeah.
And so there's like actual concentration camps in China right now. And they take these Muslim Uyghurs and they put them in concentration camps and try to convert them to like their religion, which is I don't know what it is.
They don't have a religion, do they?
Is it? It's Buddhism, right? Or maybe like they're trying to convert them to like loyal members of the CCP.
I think it's just it's I have a friend that lived in China. It's not it's basically you can't practice your religion.
Yeah.
There's like religious freedom.
Yeah.
But as long as you don't put your God above the CCP.
Well, the CCP, yeah. So this is like proper concentration camps you see in like Nazi Germany and shit. But anyway, the main actress from that movie, she was like supportive over it, and she was also supporting the CCP against the Hong Kong protests. Just Hong Kong is like an island which was, I think for 100 years was owned by the British.
Yeah.
And then they suddenly, they started coming back, the Chinese came back to reclaim the land.
Yeah.
And it's just, dude, the Hong Kong protests were massive, bro. And it still didn't change much there. And it's just sad that Disney stood behind this movie and still they pretend to be fucking woke. Like it's just like, you know, like trying to say like Black Lives Matter and they care about like Asian representation, but they
It's all for
fucking
the
don't.
coin, man. It's
They
all for the
all,
coin,
there's,
bro.
it's disgusting, bro, because that's what they were trying to like promote in Shang-Chi. And it was clear Shang-Chi was just for like, it's just like, it was made for like the CCP to pass that shit. Because they had like, obviously Shang-Chi is already a Chinese-based hero, but in the comics, Shang-Chi is always in America.
Right.
But I see like why they had to include all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it was just sad, bro, to see this. And we never really got an apology from Disney or like, I guess any of the actresses or anything like that. And the funny thing is that this movie was not successful in China at all.
Right.
Yeah, Mulan flopped really bad in China.
Right.
And what's
they've,
the other
they've got their own blockbusters.
blockbusters? So what China does now is they have their own like propaganda movies, and it's always like China versus the West. And I was like watching these videos, right? And this are like people who escape China, like foreigners who escape China, because before like the president, I guess Xi Jinping, he was like trying to really like get like a nationalistic identity for China.
Yeah.
So he was like kicking out all the foreigners and making them the villains.
Yeah.
It's sort of like you can think about it like during the Iraq War, like how Hollywood would villainize like anyone with a turban, anyone who was brown.
Right.
It was similar to that. And anyway, so I was watching these videos, and it's like the CCP. They send like notifications to the Chinese people in the mainland, like stories about like how the West has failed and how the West is a villain, and it's just crazy, bro. It's like you're watching a cartoon unfolding before yourself. Propaganda film. And there's like Hollywood actors going to China now, like. We were going to talk about Peacemaker, right? So that was like, I was going to lead up to that. I was just like, John Cena is like one of the biggest proponents of like the CCP party. Yeah. And he learned China and all that Chinese and stuff just for that. So he could take WWE to China and he could, Right. Yeah, because WWE, I think 5 years ago, or like 10 years ago, he actually lived in like China and shit. And this dude, bro, remember what was the incident? I forgot. It was like...
What, he called Taiwan a country?
Yeah, he called Taiwan a country. And Taiwan is an actual country. Like, my phone is made by Taiwan. Oppo is made by Taiwan as well. Right. And it's just like, the Chinese, they don't consider Taiwan a country. Right. They think Taiwan is actually part of China. Yeah. And so, like, the CCP party, like... You can't say Taiwan is its own country. Yeah. It has to be like it's a part of China. So you can't refer to Taiwan. You just have to say this is China.
It's the same thing that happened with LeBron James. No, not LeBron James, but the NBA, like the commissioners.
Bro, it was Daryl Morey. He made a comment on Twitter about China. Yeah. And
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And LeBron James went and apologized. Because they were gonna lose the NBA broadcasting.
No, yeah, LeBron didn't make any comment on it, and he got so much backlash saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't make any comment.
Yeah, he didn't, and he got so much backlash because you know he's the Nike brand, and that's like
freedom of speech.
Correct.
It's just so.
They did lose a lot of money though. Like
they did. It doesn't matter. They lost a lot of money. It's just like you got to take a stand. You know, like because if they can pull this shit, how long are they going to keep pulling this shit? And it's just like it's so sad to see all this. It's so sad to see people like pussing out. I guess.
Dude, they get away with so much.
So much shit. Because they said recently to the Australian, I think the Chinese ambassador, he was having like a talk with this reporters and stuff. Yeah. And they were just talking about China, and then Australia basically got a nuclear submarine recently. Yeah. Because China's like proper like threatening like countries like US and like. The Allied forces, I guess, like the Western Allied forces. Yeah. And they were threatening, they even threatened India as well with invasion and shit. Yeah. And they were just like, oh, because you bought this nuclear submarine, if there was a nuclear war, we're going to target you now. It's so stupid. But at the same time, I think people think China is really powerful. But what's happening in China at the moment is pretty bad. Because remember they had that trade dispute with Australia during the COVID pandemic? Because Scott Morrison, our Prime Minister, was like, oh, we need to investigate what's happening during the pandemic. Yeah. Was it coming from China itself? Because it did come from China. Right. And then in China they were saying, oh, this actually came from America. They engineered it in a lab. And it was just like, what do you mean? Wuhan was literally, what's it called? Site zero, I guess.
Ground zero.
Ground zero, yeah. Right. Ground zero for the virus. And then, okay, like we're turning back now. So they're just like, we're gonna declare war on you.
Dude, they get away with, do you know they still do like organ harvesting over there?
It's fucked, bro.
So like even there's like it's a bad joke, but it's like, oh, if you're giving birth and it's a boy, you keep it. If it's a girl, throw it away.
It's a one-child policy. That's what happens.
One-child policy is like stopped. It stopped now because
it's stopped now because
they had that decline in like
females.
There's
too many guys
there. So,
and it's also what happened because of that is so a lot of like Russian places or Eastern European countries, they had mail order brides now. Yeah. So they would like, it's pretty much like people smuggling, like sex slaves. Yeah. And they would smuggle them from Russia or Eastern Europe. Yeah. And the Chinese people would buy them, and that would basically be their wife now. Yeah, yeah. So they have like no way of getting back to the mainland or back to their family. Right. It's like they're sold like slaves. That's what
that's been happening for a while with North Korea.
North Korea and shit.
Like people crossing over the borders.
As a side note,
Yeah, it's-
we're not doing any like social media posts on this, are we? Like,
I don't give a fuck. I don't know about the CCP, man.
You
I don't know
can-
how to feel
I
about
probably
this.
won't partake.
Just remember that this YouTube video is going to be uploaded from my PC, and I'm probably going to be hacked.
No.
Probably going to be hacked.
Everyone,
so next
everyone,
week Salma's not
but
here.
look, everyone thinks China is like a great country or like it's so powerful. But what Australia did, it just showed. Like I'll tell you what Australia did. It showed the world that we don't need to like. We can actually stand up against them. So what happened? Going back to the trade dispute we had.
Right.
So they basically said, no, we don't want your coal, we don't want your oil, we don't want your fossil fuels, anything.
Yeah.
And then Australia was like, okay, who gives a shit? We'll give it to the other Asian countries like Thailand, Indonesia, etc., like America and stuff as well. And basically, China was out of power. Like they were like dangerously close to going out of power, like the whole grid.
Struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling. And then Xi Jinping is just still like, oh, we're still powerful, we're great, we're incredible. And I think after that event happened, like Joe Biden grew a fucking set of balls as well.
Yeah.
And now they're actually taking a stance against China in a way like they're actually like preparing the defenses and stuff. And they're
What can Australia do?
Australia can do.
Happens, though.
Australia has, you forget, like Australia is like the resources we have is pretty incredible because we actually supply quite a bit in terms of.
How strong is China's like military?
Oh, China's military compared to America, it's nothing, bro.
Dude, anything compared to America.
America's military, it probably has like the highest amount of nuclear weapons. I'm sure Obama was just like, we're gonna stop this due to the G20 summit.
Total apocalypse if there's a nuclear war. Right?
Yeah.
So-
But you have to remember, China's allies with North Korea, and I know North Korea is like,
North
you know,
Korea
like
wonder shit.
nothing compared to that. But
Dude, North
but-
Korea is
but
already
the
starving.
fact that they have nuclear weapons means that, like they point out, nothing. It's a stalemate. It's
a stalemate.
It's like a new Cold War. if
It's
that happens.
basically-
no one wants a nuclear war.
It's Cold War because whoever has the most nukes is less likely to be attacked. That's what it is. That's why India also started investing into nuclear weapons and stuff as well, because they're proper scared. Because there's I think there's like the Chinese border with India. They're always trying to. There's like a little bit of conflict there as well.
Yeah.
At the same time, they have that. I think is it with the Kashmir border? I don't know.
Kashmir, yeah.
Yeah, the Kashmir border. There's always like a conflict there as well. It's crazy, bro. These guys, a different level, man. And I think they're getting more aggressive as the years goes by.
Yeah.
Because they're starting to see like
Kashmir is
The resources
within
are so
India.
limited.
yeah.
Kashmir is intra-Indian conflict.
Kashmir
Not
and those
China.
Jammu and Kashmir. Is that with China or Pakistan?
Kashmir is inter-Indian.
Inter India. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
intra-Indian.
another. Maybe it's another
Yeah,
other side of
maybe it's
India.
someone else. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. And it's just like every year it's just going like worse and worse.
Sure.
But I think people are just like laughing at China now because it's so funny, bro. The shit is actually comical. Like, why are you sending all this shit, like making like cartoon depictions of like people and stuff and saying we're like villains and shit?
Yes.
Probably because like the foreign policy of China is very aggressive, right?
It's very aggressive.
Which means that the other countries are like against them as well, and they feel like they're
Yeah,
innocent, so
so
they have to have this
yeah.
mindset.
I think if Australia takes I think Australia has to be careful in taking like aggressive. Like you can't like it's good to be strong against like a strong against a strong country, but you can't just like do things to show that Australia is strong as well, because there are consequences.
There's consequences.
Like you know how like most of the universities in Australia, like where do the students come from?
The economy
Right.
of Australia is literally it mirrors China, and it's like very dependent on China. So,
But that's what happened. That's what they thought. And then that trade thing dispute happened, and it showed they can just put those resources, offset it to different countries, and they can still make the same profit.
yeah,
Because the shipping lines are the same, the shipping routes.
Yeah.
It's still going towards Asian continent
yeah.
at the same time.
But I think Australia shouldn't like shut themselves off to China.
They shouldn't shut themselves up to China.
And these
but
acts that they're doing in the eyes of the CCP
It's
it
probably
just
like-
hurts the relationship more and more. So it looks like, oh yeah, Australia's got a strong arm against China in a way, but
Yeah.
the consequences,
The consequences,
you may not feel it now, but later
But,
on
but like
so you got to reach
I
a
think
pragmatic,
what should
solution.
happen is like these guys. I mean, the CCP. They should just chill the fuck out. Like chill out with all this propaganda shit because it's getting way out of hand. and it feels like they're turning into like a version of North Korea in a sense.
Yeah.
Because now they're priming their own citizens. Like, just imagine like 300 million people, billion people, just primed to be like attack the West, attack any country that's allied with the West. So it's just messed up, bro. And the thing is, like, it's not like the CCP is like some great party. There's many doubt. Like, they started buying lands in Africa as well now. Yeah. And it's like basically they're establishing China in Africa. Yeah. And at the same time they're removing the African inhabitants there from their like own homes and stuff. Yeah. And also the workers who work on those Chinese projects. It's like the apartheid has come back again. Yeah. Because now there's like separation between the two races as well. And it's just like, I think even if you're dark skinned and you go to like in China, like you can't get seated in places as well. Because they have like in the notices outside, it's like, okay, we don't allow black people here.
Is it really? Because I'm pretty sure there was like a Chinese basketball league, and
they allowed like
love this black dude who plays basketball. He's a former retired NBA player. Not Chancellor. What's his name? He used to play for the Knicks, I think. Like very fancy dude. Like, in terms of like his play style.
Brandon Jennings or
no.
Yeah, it doesn't mean like I'm talking about like restaurants.
Yeah.
Like specific restaurants and shit.
Yeah.
They will I don't know. It's just messed up. I don't like what they're doing in Hollywood anyway. And I'm really happy like people are like waking up to this shit and just calling them out for their bullshit. Especially Disney, bro. That's just sad. I don't know. And there was also the thing with Star Wars as well. Because the poster, remember the poster for Star Wars? Like when we saw here
which one?
The
Finn,
Force Awakens.
A stormtrooper.
Okay.
Yeah, so Finn, he was a prominent figure in the poster. Yeah. But in the Chinese posters, they would make him like a small figure because he was black. That's basically it. They couldn't market it as well.
Right.
Oh my god.
It's messed up, bro.
True.
I just got pissed off at John Cena doing that. He was just like, I'm sorry for saying Taiwan. I was like, what do you mean? That's a full nation, bro.
That's true.
And it's just like, Taiwan is such an OG in tech as well. They manufacture most of our chipsets, etc. Yeah. And it's like
chips,
and it's like Huawei is basically just reverse engineering everything that's made in America or made in Taiwan, and just reverse engineering it and putting it in Huawei and then giving it out to the public. I guess giving it out. I think in Huawei you're not allowed to have it in America if you're working like a government organization, right? Because they proper think like they're spying on you and shit. Right.
Shit. Who has a Huawei phone right now?
Don't. But I have a Huawei like modem and stuff because they're pretty like they're packaged with our service plans and shit. It's pretty messed up. But in that note, Peacemaker was actually a lit show. I really liked it. Yeah. Have you guys watched it?
No, I have not.
None of you guys have binge A.
No.
I would really recommend.
Binge is like discount.
Oh, actually, no. I will have it now.
You will have it now.
Everything is a discount.
Justin got it.
Justin got. Look, I'm telling you, watch Peacemaker because I like. You know, you're talking about the DCU like in the previous post on Instagram. I was really disappointed they're gonna replace Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. Yeah. And
really?
Yeah, so they're gonna replace Henry Cavill with the Supergirl. Yeah. And they're gonna Superwoman, I guess, and
Supergirl. Yeah.
Supergirl and
she's a yuck.
Ben Affleck, the Batman with Batgirl. Yeah. And it's just so weird because Henry Cavill, he was really iconic in the sense that.
So why are they replacing it?
It's just because they want to reboot. Dispute? They want to reboot the universe. There's no contract dispute, bro. Henry Cavill loves fucking Superman, man. He will play that shit any day. Yeah. He loves his comics. He's like a really proper geek and shit. But it's just so sad, bro, because it's just like we all like grew up on Henry Cavill as well, and he perfectly encapsulates what I feel like Superman should be. Right. He's like, I mean, even the facial features, etc. Yeah. And he proper like puts in time and effort. Not only the acting, the physicality of the role as well.
What would you say, Osama, since you're a Superman fanboy?
What do you feel about it? Like, is it the DCU or DCU?
DCU. Look, I actually don't care what they put out as long as I like it.
Really like it?
I might like the Supergirl and Batgirl, but I'm not gonna like pay tickets to go and watch it. If somehow I end up in the theater, right, then that's cool.
How would you watch it?
I'm not gonna.
How would you watch it?
Wait, what do you mean? Like, how would if someone's like, oh, do you want to go? Like, do you want to hang out?
I have been watching Teen Titans. I'm on season 3 right now. I feel like it's not good.
It's not good. I told you, I don't like Teen Titans. I
think season 2 was getting a little bit better, but it just dropped because they introduced Red Hood
and stuff.
So Jason Todd, the one that gets killed by Joker.
Yeah.
If you don't know.
And it was like that was the last episode too.
Huh?
Wasn't it the last episode?
No, but like it's well known in like
he gets killed by the Joker.
He gets killed by the Joker.
I feel like if you don't have a big budget, like don't do it. Just don't do it.
Dude, it was the kid is like 5'3", bro, and he's playing Red Hood and he's fighting up against Nightwing. And it just looks so awkward, and even the back looks so corny.
Yeah, just don't do it. Like, don't bother unless you're Zack Snyder. Just don't do it.
This guy, you know.
Also getting triggered right now.
Red Hood is like a marksman as well, right? It's like really good with guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yet Nightwing is still able to like evade with no effort as well, just doing like backflips, and I'm just like, bro, that's so.
I feel like it's not just like the way the show is, the way it's the visuals, at least the cinematography is kind of okay, but the dialogue the characters have with each other is very like
during
bland
fights
and basic.
especially as well.
It's very like cheesy, and you can see through it because it's kind of differs. Like example, if you take for example like Supergirl, the show, you know it's going to be campy and cheesy because that's the whole vibe they set out. Yeah. But in Teen Titans, Titans. Yeah. The vibe is just like it's very serious, gritty, dark and gritty and stuff, and they're swearing a lot, and you feel like the dialogue should be much better. Yeah. But I guess some of the plot lines are good because it goes through like season 2, I think. Was season 2 or 3?
So season 2 that looks at Deathstroke.
Season 3 then. Season 3 is where they have the whole thing with Red Hood being like a drug addict and he's like going through the motions. And also the guy who plays Scarecrow, he's actually a dude from Mad Men. Yeah, he's the one of the advertising executives. Anyway, it has like a few good plot lines, but it just the dialogue is really like irky for me. I don't really like it. Also, some of the fight scenes, bro.
It was like they go on like missions and stuff, and they have like it was the Hawk and what's the other chick's name?
Hawk Girl.
Dove or something? I don't know.
Dove. Yeah, that's
Dove, and then like their costumes, just like it's literally just a simple mission, and they go all out with their costume, and I'm like,
shit,
bro, this is not like Avengers threat level kind of thing.
Chill out.
It's just like, bro, just I don't know.
And it's alright. If you guys want to watch it, go for it. It's on Netflix anyway.
Maybe it'll be cooler for like younger kids that like that kind of dark grittiness, but watching it as an adult, I kind of wanted to watch it for the nostalgia of watching Teen Titans back in like Cartoon Network. That was really good, and there was like rumors they were going to restart the series as well, like they were going to continue on.
What's it called? Young Justice, right?
No, it was just called Teen Titans.
Oh shit, the actual Teen. Dude, that was my favorite
and
show.
Apparently that was like part of the Justice League like universe as well.
Shit.
Because there was like an episode where they were actually in that as well.
Actually, it makes sense because the animation style was quite similar to the Justice League animated series. But also
Justice League, that got me into DC.
The Teen Titans, I used to remember like I would go on Miniclip and play that shit or Cartoon Network.
Oh dude, yeah.
That was a sick games, bro. That's shit.
Who was your favorite?
Huh? Teen Titan? Shit. Probably Cyborg. Top of my head.
As a kid,
Beast Boy. Beast Boy is pretty lit.
As a kid, mine was Beast Boy because I used to like animals a lot.
Yeah.
And now I'm older. Raven.
Raven.
Oh yeah. Dude, Raven's so broken, bro.
And the thing is, like in the Teen Titans series, the relationship between Beast Boy and Raven, and it was like really like it was quite explored quite beautifully, like their relationship in the sense like
romantic.
The romantic link.
So so the Teen Titans is just Robin, Cyborg, Starfire,
Raven
and Beast Boy, right?
Beast Boy.
Well, that's like the original one, and then there's like all these different teams.
Yeah, there's different teams that come in.
Right.
Let me just pause it.
I'm sure there was like a really.
I'm saying something, but anyway, we're gonna transition from Teen Titans to Netflix.
Yeah, I thought Netflix. So end of 2021. Me personally, I quite enjoyed Netflix. There's like movies that came out that you guys didn't like Red Notice. I had fun with it, all right.
Yeah.
So like Red Notice, and The Witcher season 2 wasn't all that great, but it was still something to watch.
Yeah.
Squid Game was huge. Arcane, that was huge.
Dude,
Don't Look Up.
We haven't talked about Arcane, eh? Look,
Yeah.
I feel like 5 minutes we'll spend on Arcane, and then I'll spend on that.
Sure.
So Arcane, I'm telling you, whoever's watching this, I mean listening or watching this, you have to watch the series because it is a masterpiece of animation, style, visuals, dialogue, voice acting, from the editing, even the camera angles, bro. Like the little camera shakes they do, it feels like it's an immersive world.
Yeah.
The world building is incredible.
That's
And-
because they spent 6 years animating this.
6 years.
No, it's not 6 years animating. The 6
Well,
years
designing.
developing the animation style
Yeah, but
with League of Legends, the
yeah,
company,
Yeah.
and then eventually now it's like a full-on like, and the studio is from Paris as well, so
Yeah.
it's like a European studio. Because there's a couple of good European studios like the people who made Despicable Me, what's the name?
Illumination.
Illumination's also from Europe as well. But anyway, the animation style in this is incredible, man. It feels like every scene is a painting. I'm probably paraphrasing from all these other videos I've seen as well. What do you think? You finished watching it, right?
Yeah, I think that, watching Arcane kind of put, the Castlevania and Blood of Zeus shows. Like, I get it, they didn't have as big of a budget.
Yeah.
But when I watched Arcane, it kind of made, like, it kind
Even
of puts everything else that's animated to shame.
Even Invincible as well, like, the storyline in Arcane is so, like, relatable.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, it's so immersive because, like, the things these characters go through is just, like, you don't see like a right and wrong. It's always in a gray area because there's multiple storylines happening and you see different points of view as well.
Yeah,
right.
That's the great thing about having a series, you see like this episodic like grand scale of what's happening in this certain city of I forgot the city's name as well. Piltover.
And then an underground world called the main antagonist.
The antagonist.
Wants to rise.
And the thing is like if you go to like, for example, when I went to India, I went to a place called Mumbai, and there's like a clear distinction between the slums and like the richer area, or like I guess like the more affluent area. And in these slums, there's like a clear divide, and the same thing happens in Arcane as well. And you see like the different why these divisions were caused, and like who's living better, who's living worse off, and like all because of these events that happened in the past. They start like a cycle again in the future as well. And honestly, the breakout character is probably Jinx. Like, she was incredible. What about you? Who did you like?
I liked Victor, I think.
Oh, Victor was.
I think he had like
the best story.
Yeah, he had like a very like calm demeanor, and I think it's like a very
crippled.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, did you finish it?
I finished it.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't know you finished it. I know you definitely haven't finished it.
No, I'm on episode 3.
Shit, how did you like it?
Yeah, it was good, but I think the viewing experience kind of gets enhanced if you have a very big TV because you can definitely see all the animation clips and stuff.
I watched it. I just watched it on my monitor.
Yeah, I watched it on my monitor and it didn't really pick up, and it wasn't like it didn't feel as great as when I was watching on like a bigger TV with like better stereos and
I feel that.
I watched the whole series on my monitor. I was just like, I'll just put my headphones on.
Yeah.
I was just like, at first I was like, should I watch Arcane? I wasn't like that keen on watching it.
Yeah.
And I kept leaving it.
Yeah.
And then it said, okay, the full episodes are out.
Yeah.
And boom, I watched that shit, bro. That shit was life changing, honestly. Like, I think that was probably like my favorite thing after Dune. Arcane was like one of my favorite pieces of entertainment.
Yeah.
Because I was like, after watching all the series and stuff, you get like a certain level of knowledge about like how cinematics, I guess, or like how series works or how movies work. You can predict shit.
Would you start playing League of Legends because of this?
I was this close, but I used to play a lot of League. I used to religiously play League, in uni and stuff.
Right.
I was awake till like 4 a.m., 6 a.m. just playing League, and the thing is like you don't need to play League to watch this, but it's a great piece of marketing, I guess. Right. I feel like this could be like an incredible like series because it's not just one city, Piltover. In League, there's different cities as well, and they can take place in that. And I'm just crazy, like what they're gonna explore.
I wonder what League's numbers are doing right now after the series.
Oh, dude, it would have definitely like increased like way up because League is already a huge.
It's already
like,
huge,
brand.
yeah.
And the thing is, it's a billionaire. It's like $1 billion company.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you see all these video game adaptations. For example, Assassin's Creed for me was pretty good, but what are the Lara Croft, Tomb Raider was fucking terrible.
Right.
And what other video game adaptations are there that you remember?
I don't know. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat was okay for what it was.
It's I think it's a different kind of category.
But the thing is, like, in the games, the gaming universe, the Mortal Kombat storyline is pretty good, and the Pokemon was pretty good. What else would be there?
Pokemon.
The Sonic movie. Right. I can't believe that little blue bastard Sonic. I was having like, I thought his franchise was gonna die.
Yeah.
But and Sonic became like a joke.
No, but
I used to like Sonic as a kid.
The open world. Apparently, there's a new open world Sonic game that's gonna come out. And it looks
Open
pretty
world.
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah.
On what, PC or?
On probably PS5 maybe. I'm not too sure, but
PC,
No,
PS5.
it's owned by Sega Genesis. It would be like every platform.
yeah,
Actually,
it
yeah,
should be
yeah.
every platform. But it looks good. It's like an actual first.
Yeah,
person.
and his movie, I can't believe it was actually good.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
It's like out of everyone, I just watched clips of the first one.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't really watch baby stuff anymore.
Oh,
No, Sonic
Sure.
is like a passable time,
Yeah.
but Arcane took this to the next level, bro.
Yeah.
Because Arcane has such a rich history in League, especially each character has like a rich history,
Right.
and they just like they really follow through, but at the same time they put their own artistic spin to it.
Right.
It's not like Marvel. They put their own little artistic spin to it in the sense like these characters have a little bit of a more relatable, humanistic like personality, I guess. And there's like little Easter eggs for League fans that they can identify with. But at the same time, it doesn't take away from the viewing experience.
Yeah.
You can still watch it, and you don't have to be like, "Oh, that's an Easter egg. Oh my God, that's great. That's crazy."
Maybe I didn't play League or.
No, you don't need. But the thing is, like, you
I
don't.
watched it. I didn't think it was that amazing.
It was that.
To be fair, I thought we're talking about Arcane, right?
Yeah,
I
Arcane.
thought it was really good.
It was
I
really
just
good
don't have the time to like
to watch the whole
to
thing.
watch all of it.
Bro, for me, like, I haven't played League in like 6 years, so my knowledge of League was like almost like completely depleted.
Yeah.
But I watched this thing.
Did it
and I
all
was
come
like,
back to you?
Huh?
Did it come back?
No,
to
it
you?
didn't really come back to me. But at the same time, I felt like that joy and energy that I would get from playing the game,
Yes,
and you can see the passion they put into this project. It's crazy, bro.
So I'm kind of similar to Oak, so I don't really play the game. I know like some of the characters, but
You used to play League.
like not like I didn't even like level up.
Oh,
that
okay,
much,
you
so
were,
I
like-
played like a few games.
Yeah.
And like I know like some of the characters.
Sure.
But I think the thing I took away from Arcane the most was I was just shocked by how big the difference in quality of
Yeah.
Arcane and other animated like
Yeah,
shows like
shows were.
Castlevania
Oh,
was.
Castlevania. You really fucking hate
No,
Castlevania.
the thing is, I like Castlevania.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 7 out of 10. I think it's good.
Yeah.
But-
It's just the budget is obviously.
Yeah, and the writing is, I can see the patterns in the writing.
Yeah.
And I think some of the jokes are too immature for
Immature.
like, they want it
For
to
the
be
mature,
R-rated.
yeah.
But then they have like Saturday morning cartoon jokes, and then it's like, who is this for?
Right.
It's like, I give them a pass because I'm like, it's
Animation,
not, it's not like
Animation
that
can
serious.
be quite awkward sometimes. Like
Yeah.
the fight scenes weren't as engaging, but I
Yeah.
guess that's just down to the budget,
Yeah.
The budget.
the animation team.
I think I liked Castlevania. I liked Blood of Zeus, but like watching Arcane was like, nah,
Was-
this just puts
different
that
level.
other stuff to
yeah,
shame.
for sure.
I feel like, oh my god. Imagine like in the future, like with VR headsets or like AR, you can interact with that Arcane world.
Are you talking about the metaverse?
The metaverse. Yo.
Nah,
The
it's
Metaverse
another
movies.
episode.
It is. I'm not looking at word. But yeah, some of the Netflix shows are really good.
Yeah.
And Disney Plus not so much. I feel like
It's
apart
still new.
from
It's still new.
it's still new, but Disney has a lot of IP, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Netflix different level. They've been in the streaming game for so long,
Mm.
and they have I think what differs from Netflix, Binge, and Disney Plus, and Prime and Stan, I guess, is the ability to have foreign language films
Right.
and the accessibility of Netflix, I guess, across the different countries.
That's true.
And also the foreign language films that Netflix produces are quite high quality. Like, and you compare them to the foreign language films they produce in theaters. For example, like even if you take Bollywood, for example, like you see the TV series they show in TV in India, the dramatic drama TV series, you know, like the quick zooms and shit. And then you see like the Netflix shows, you're like, what the fuck? This is what happens when you get free reign. And also like they don't get censored by the Indian government.
That's true.
Just quite like the CCP, but not the topic of the day.
They have very good Korean shows. There's
Korean
actually
shows
a
as
zombie
well.
show that's coming out. In the school.
Yeah.
It's a series.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
What's this?
Because they have it's a zombie show in school.
Oh yeah, you
it's
showed
kind
me.
of
You
like
showed me.
High School of the Dead-esque, but minus the etchiness.
Etchiness.
Definitely no edginess there.
Like a minute, but it's gonna be rated R, so they
Because
could
like
be-
all the zombie shows, like even have you seen Kingdom?
Yeah, Kingdom. Oh, Kingdom.
It's
I
so
couldn't watch
fucking
after
good, bro.
episode 2, bro.
Really? Why not?
It got too gruesome because there's like a scene
okay.
where like they're eating and you can see like
You
the
can see the-
tendons ripping,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
nerve,
right.
the nerve endings.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like,
You're gonna get
Oh.
through it. It's so fucking good.
I can't-
And Train to Busan as well. That's on
Train to
Netflix.
Busan. Train to Busan was good.
That was alright.
And that's a new.
You know what's my favorite zombie movie?
What?
Zombieland.
Zombieland, really?
Yeah.
Do you know Zombieland 2? That was so trash, man.
I didn't watch Zombieland 2. I didn't want to watch it. I was like, nah. There's no reason for it to continue the story. That's it.
You know,
I like Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead was so
I
good.
was too troll.
It's because I feel like we can relate a lot to like European films.
Yeah.
Like
or
British
European or
film-
English.
English films, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, I relate to English.
English films because our culture is
Yeah.
quite English in the sense like our humor is quite crude,
Yeah.
and it's just like in between is especially, dude.
Greatest joke.
There's every single scene that I was laughing my ass off. It's basically
It's literally just us in high school.
it's us in high school, but to a different
Including Osama.
No, no, I don't
to
know
a
about
different
that.
extreme because these characters they never get a resolution. It's just like
Yeah.
they're always being shitted on. It's just
It's just good mates, you know, like.
it's good mates
That's
and it's they put them in the most awkward situations and that's how real life is. It's not like some romantic fairy tale like Korean. That's not K-dramas.
So, bro, you haven't even seen the K-drama.
No, I watched the K-drama
Which one?
when I was in high school.
Which
I
one?
don't know what it was on YouTube and it was like it was just no.
How many episodes?
Stop
It
the
was-
cap. I think it was like 20 episodes because K-drama it just stops, you know. Like after there's no seasons or anything.
Oh,
It's just
correct.
like
No seasons now.
shit. Like this is back in the day.
Back in the day, you were
This
right,
this
yeah.
Korean drama was about this husband and soon to be husband and wife, and it was just the cultural differences between them
Oh, no.
because one grew up in the city and one grew up in a regional area.
Why did you watch that?
I watched it on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube. I don't know what it was.
Sounds like a Filipino.
Sounds like a very old, made for like.
I've only-
No, it was very good because
Right.
it would explore like.
You just said it was very.
You said it was
you said
very
it was
good.
trash, man.
No. I'm talking about a very, like a Korean drama that I watched.
Hasn't even seen Boys Over Flowers.
Look, I'm not watching that shit, dog. 100%.
It's. If I were to watch it now, I think I would struggle a little bit.
I think
Look,
you need to
Really?
be like.
You sat through Singles Inferno though.
Yeah, you did.
It's lit, bro.
Well, it's like they don't even do anything, right?
They don't do
Like
it.
imagine being the producer on that show. You'd have to like
Yeah.
fish for content.
Yeah, I think so.
That's why they chucked in the buff dude to fucking.
Yeah, like, yeah. I was like,
guys.
but I think that like I watched the whole thing, so I was engaged
Yeah.
enough. But,
The games
Yeah.
were just like fucking put together like 5 minutes before I saw it. They dug a hole into the sand.
yeah, it's pretty
It was like
impressive.
a
They managed to
thick
make a
race.
whole show out of that.
Yeah.
I think only Jin Taek and
So, yeah.
like they're the only ones that remained a couple.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What happened to him second?
So
He has
I
such
think
a
they were
good
just like
story.
as
Gio.
friends.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Because I remember like
What's
saying like
Oh,
one of the
no.
reviews,
Yeah.
and then it was just like it's okay. He gained like a very good friendship, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like,
Let me just tell you.
Oh yeah.
He definitely cried that day.
Second? Really?
Let's see.
I thought they left together.
Nah.
they did, but like you know, like
Yeah,
Jihai and like.
I totally reckon like they just like for the cameras for the show, like they'll leave with them, and then after they're done, after the cameras are off, they're like, okay,
Right.
yeah,
It's like a resolution for the character.
Well, I'm
King
sure he's very
dramas.
popular now, though, so he's not.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure everyone is popular.
That's what must be
Yeah.
like doing.
Remember,
Especially
we thought his page liked us. So we
no,
just
dude, I saw his restaurant and there's like actually K-pop stars like
K-pop
his
stars.
restaurant.
Yeah, now there
Because it would.
No,
Yeah.
even before.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
I was like,
I mean, he was in Gangnam.
Yeah, that like that's
Yeah.
one of the richest.
Well, a lot of these guys are like semi-famous already.
yeah,
right?
they're like semi-famous,
But-
but not like mainstream.
I like that was the only K drama that I really watched,
Yeah.
and I liked it. I didn't say anything bad. But then I watched another K drama,
Yeah.
What was it?
and
What was it?
I don't know what it was, but it was this chick, and I just saw like the first episode,
Yeah.
and it was so like childish, like
Dude,
the way she
that's-
was acting, and it's just like
Yeah.
it was like how do you say this? The camera was very soft,
Yeah.
the way the visuals were,
Yeah.
like soft in the sense like the face was like
Dream filter.
yeah, dream filter.
Oh,
that's what
dude,
we
that's
said.
Yeah.
standard, bro.
No.
They have that for every drama. Well, not every, but like for.
No, I know like this is like a romantic kind of
Yeah,
drama,
yeah.
but then it got like so weird because
Yeah.
maybe it's like a cultural difference for me. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like
Yeah.
she's like like covering her mouth and
Right,
shit.
right.
I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Right. Don't you watch anime though?
Nah,
Yeah,
the thing is like anime. When you watch
I feel-
anime, there's
yeah.
like a little bit of distance between
Yeah,
you
because
and anime.
it's animated.
Because
yeah.
it's animated, and also you know a lot of things is exaggerated
Yeah.
for like comedic
Yeah.
relief.
I think the reason why I like watching K dramas here and there. Actually, I haven't watched one in ages, but like just the wholesome content. Like I feel like I've just turned
yeah.
into a danky meme, man.
Danky
Like,
meme?
Sometimes I just
It's
want to
like
turn that
guilty
version
pleasure.
of myself off and just
It's
watch that.
all very G-rated. Like Singles
Yeah.
Inferno is like
Yeah. Dude, that's just.
like there's like no kissing on it. There's like no kissing.
No, there is kissing. Oh, but
Yeah, but it's like
no,
it's like the build up to one peck on the cheek. It's
no,
like 8 hours, right? And then one peck on the cheek, and that's it. And it's like
The thing is, I know.
I thought they were gonna be smashing day one. Let's go, baby.
when you see like Korean
Definitely
movies,
not.
and it's like completely the opposite.
Yeah.
Because it's actually like proper like. it looks
Yeah.
very
No,
real.
it's a different target audience, man. They're gonna sell it to the like
I know,
teenage girls
but-
and stuff.
What is it building up in the minds of teens and stuff? Like.
But it doesn't matter. It's just like it's fantasy.
Fantasy,
It's like
yeah.
after you watch Arcane, you're not gonna go around killing people.
No.
Something like
No,
that.
but the thing
Same
is, like, Singles Inferno is set in the real world.
That's why you
Or,
must
like,
watch Emily in Paris. Because there's a French guy in the office. The French guy in the office, he says, you know, our movies, us French, we like our movies to be a reflection of reality.
Yeah.
Not everything is nice in the end.
The creative.
Yeah.
So shit on the street.
It's natural. It's natural.
It's natural. Suck a blue. Shit, I'll poop, you poop me.
C'est la vie.
Baguette. Shit. But anyway, I was gonna talk about Moon Knight, but we guess we'll have to do the next
I guess
episode.
so.
Yeah, we'll talk about that and why Disney and Netflix are raising their prices.
Netflix are raising their prices.
Cool.
And tune in next episode, but tune in this episode too.
No,
Anyway,
thank you for tuning in.
yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
And we hope the CCP doesn't attack us.
Please
I will
share.
not be including it in the description,
Oh,
just so the
Nah,
Google
I'm
search.
not making posts on this.
Will there be a next episode?
Huh?
Or will CPP?
Yeah.
What CCP?
Push and P, bro.
Please be sure to
Take car
follow
parking
us.
in the city.
Follow us on Aftermath Podcast 12 on
Thank you.
Instagram and the Aftermath Podcast on YouTube and
They just go on our Linktree.
Linktree. But how are they gonna find the Linktree, bro?
On
It's in the description below.
Yeah. Okay. Description below. Yes.
We'll just
exactly.
give you John's address, just ask him.
And-
Knock on the door.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anyway,
Nice.
thanks for listening. John out.
Summer out.
Paolo's out. Actually, wait.
What is this? What are we doing?
Walkie talkies. Why are you so
Like, so
glad?
episodes out.
Schlatt.
Thanks for watching.
Schlatt.